Okay, good morning everyone. So today we're going to do the data analysis of this data set. It's called bang.csv, and we're going to do the analysis, a very short analysis. So we see the first step we do is we look at the columns. So we have age, job, marital, education, default, balance, housing loan, personal loan, current campaign, previous campaign, subscribe. So these are the columns given to us. We have no further information. So first we'll go and write down that we have how many columns do we have. So we have 11 columns, and we'll see that we have which column is numeric. It might be coded in any way, but we'll have to see that whether it makes sense to call it numeric or categorical. So we have age as numeric, job as categorical, marital status as categorical, education categorical, default as categorical, balance as numerical, and the rest is categorical. This subscribed is also categorical, right? So we did that. Then, so how did we do that? We just copied these, Control C. We went here. We said paste, transpose, Control C again, and go and paste it here. Okay, just paste it here, and you get your marital status and all the categories, and just make a chart and just pull down 1, 2 and 11. So you have 11 columns. Now you count the number of rows you have. So you go to the data, put your cursor here. Let's delete this. Put your cursor here and shift control down arrow, and it takes you to the last entry. So there are 4,522 rows of data, but I do cursor again and go back, but I have the first column as my headings. So that means 4,521 rows, right? The next thing I do is that I go here and I switch my filter on, right? So this is off, this is on. I switch my filter on, and I can also see like this how many categories, how many classes are there in this column, right? So I'm going to start with univariate analysis. Another way to do is I go here and I say Control Shift and I copy this data. I go to data. And I say summarize with pivot table. Summarize with pivot table, right? And so I do that in a new sheet, and this becomes my pivot table. So I just this becomes my pivot table. I have this, I find out the count, okay? And then I find out the percentage. This B4 divided by B16, I put dollar in front of B and dollar in front of 16, and then I drag this, okay? And then I take this up and go to home, conditional, bars, and I change this, right? So I get this distribution. And then I can take this and paste it in my sheet, wherever I want to, whether it's a Word document, wherever I'm analyzing my data. So this is, so now what do we see here? We see that in my data, there are, the maximum are management, people from the management job type, and technicians are 17%, unknowns are 1%, unemployment 3%, administration, blue collar workers are 21. So blue collar and management and technician, they form almost 60% of total population in the data set. Here, if I look at married, around 62% of my people are married, 12% are divorced, and 26% are single, right? Now, this is univariate analysis. I want to do bivariate also. So I can ask how many people, what is the age distribution of people who are single? Okay. What is the age distribution of people who are married? What is the age distribution of people who are divorced? Okay. Now, when I'm going to do modeling, Do I want to club all of them, or do I want to make a separate model for married, separate model for divorce, separate model for single, or separate model for blue collar work, separate model for management? How do I do? That will be a question I'll answer later on, depending on how is it distributed. Is it very different? Are people who are married and are very different in my data set? If they're not different, I'll put them all in one model. If they're very different, I'll put them all in a separate models. And I do the same for all my categorical variables. So here I have three categories: primary, secondary, and tertiary. There's also an unknown category here. Unknown, where the bank could not find out what was their education. So most of it is secondary. I didn't find out the percentage. You can find out I5 divided by I9, and I put I9 into dollars. So I lock it up. This is locking the row, locking the column, and I put this down. Go to this, go to this, go to this, and this. So 51% of my population is already secondary educated, right? 30% is tertiary educated. How many have personal loans? Again, percentage I can find out here, doing whatever I just did. How many people have housing loan? Looks like 40% don't have housing loan, 60% have housing loan. In the same way, default. So now it looks like from this data set, I want to find out people, I want to predict people who will default on my, I can use this data set to predict if somebody will default on the loan or not default. So that means, but I only have 76 people's information who are defaulters, right? So let's see how much percentage is that. So plus N5 divided by N7. I lock up N7. And so 98% of the data that I have belongs to people who are have not defaulted. So if I want to use this data set to find out, to model whether somebody, to predict whether somebody will default or not, I have only 2% information. So this is an unbalanced data set for me, right? Anyway, what are the other sum of current campaign? Now, there is 1 to 50 categories. There's no information about what does this column mean. I'm not sure what it means. The heading of the column is not giving me much information. I don't know what it means. I'll go back to the people who've collected the data, ask them, what does this mean, right? Same with previous campaign, it goes to 26. Is it the number of calls we made to them? Number of times we approached them for the previous marketing campaign? What is it? I'm not sure. Okay. And then count of subscribed, people who subscribed to my marketing initiative is only 521, and 4,000 did not subscribe. So this is how I have analyzed the univariate analysis. Now I can also do bivariate analysis, in which I'm asking questions regarding two people. For example, I want to find out how many of my subscribed are married, how many are unmarried, what is the distribution of the people who have subscribed, what is the distribution of the people who have not subscribed. Who are these 521 people who have subscribed? Are they married? Are they educated? What is the age of these people, so that I can make my marketing decisions accordingly, right? So this is the analysis we've done in the first 20 minutes of looking at the data. So we have more to do, especially bivariate analysis. And then once we have the bivariate analysis, then if it is two variables which are categorical, we can do chi-square to find out if there is any relationship between those two categories of variables. We can do ANOVA if there is one categorical and one numerical, and we can do correlation if there are two numerical variables. Here the two numerical variables are age and balance, so we can find out. So for balance, we did mean. So 1,422 is the average balance that is maintained in the account. 71,000 is the maximum somebody's done. minus 3300 is the minimum. Standard deviation is high at 3000. The range of difference between balances is 74. This is I max minus min, and skewness is very high. Kurtosis is also very high. Skewness tells me how unsymmetrical or how symmetrical my data is compared to a normal distribution, right? It is skewed. A normal distribution has skewness of 0, but this data set has a positive skewness of 6.6. That means it is right skewed. That means there's a lot of people who are maintaining high balances in their account compared to people who are maintaining low balances in their account. Okay, that I will also come to know through the distribution when I make a distribution. So in the next video, we will look at the distribution of these two numerical variables, and also how to do bivariate analysis when we do analysis of two variables. So we stop here.